Number one, what is the biggest?
I hate you. You did this before. I hate this.
Yeah. I put you on the spot.
You gave me you're deviating off the roadmap, Carl, and I don't like it.
Well, I didn't prep you for these. Here we go. What is the biggest encouragement that you're seeing with pastors and communicators right now? We
talked about it up front. I'll come back to it. It's sabbatical. Okay. The fact that they're taking mental health, they're taking emotional health, they're taking physical health seriously and honestly and respond. Now we're doing it out of desperation, right? Like, I'm depleted. That's the most encouraging thing. I hope it's not a flash in the pan. Like, okay, I'm good for the next 20 years and I'll throw that Messiah complex back to myself. But hopefully it kind of reconfigures the way a lot of lead pastors think about rhythm, rest, and boundaries.
Number two, what is one of the biggest mistakes that you're seeing right now in communicators?
And this is probably at large that a lot of communicators are forgetting about their online audience and they are no longer addressing them and leave any of the grounds that we made for that hybrid model, that on-site, that online model. It's been dissipating over the past 12 months. I think that's a discouragement. And I think this is bigger, but I think the natural, I'll leave it there. I won't be too down.
Okay. Debbie down. Number three, who would you trade places with for a day?
Other than yourself? Gosh, who would I trade places with?
I can't fit my head in the screen, Ben. Hang on a second.
Keep it coming, Ben. Don't stop.
Man crush, man. Good job, Carl. See, I don't need a review. Okay, I'm just kidding.
I'm doing it all perfect. I'd probably trade places with anybody in the who works for Google. I just love every product they put out. I think is great. I think a lot of things that I've heard about their workplace mentality, how they create white space for people, how they allow them a certain percentage of their work time just to work on their pet projects and the side projects, but those projects ultimately become some of the keystone services they provide. It sounds like a really healthy environment, a very collaborative, inspirational environment, which I'd love to be there, learn from, and apply as much as I can in my own environment.
Number four, what is something that people don't know about you? Hidden talent.
I am a fraternal twin. Most people don't know, and I have a younger brother, an Irish brother. I don't know if that's a derogatory term, so I apologize if it is. It probably is.
You're being too divisive right now.
Sorry?
You're being too divisive right now. Yeah, I'm giving you constructive. It's your review. Way too politically.
If we had someone who was of Irish descent in this conversation right now, they would have flagged that for me. And yes, I have a younger brother. Without a specific title attributed to him, but 18 months. And so the three of us are similar in age. And if you were to see a picture of all three of us, you would say me and my younger brother are the twin.
Wow. I did not know that. Yeah. All right, last question. What quality do you admire most in pastors and leaders?
I think it's when you're around them and you just sense that they love Jesus. And I say that because it's a pretty amorphous and subjective thing, but there's people that you're around, and then when they talk about Jesus, you're like, man, like you see him, and you love him, and you follow him, and you walk with him, and it's just really clear the way you talk, and I want to be more like you, and so I appreciate leaders who are great with their organizations, their visions, and all that stuff. But man, like when I get around a leader who just clearly exudes a love for Jesus, there's a staff member that I used to lead, and I just tell them all the time, whenever I'm around you, I fall more in love with Jesus, because it is clear that you love him. Can I take you out for coffee? So that's probably the biggest characteristic that I like being around with leaders.
Awesome. Well, man, it's an honor to call you friend. I love the fact that, we only get to see each other once every few months or so, but I love the fact that we are friends online, the text messages, and just, I love the fact that we can use technology to be closer. And we have that, and I appreciate that about you. And just honored to know you, and just so proud of your ministry and what you're doing for Jesus, man. Keep after it.
Thank you so much for having me here, Carl.